One of the things that is different about the remaster from the original game that you're going to see in a lot of different places involves the movement of NPC characters, and this includes both your companions and the enemy NPCs. Now, in most cases, if you are doing an ordinary grounded permadeath run with no other stipulations, these changes are not going to affect you very much. If you're doing kill all, you're going to have to worry about more of them. But I wanted to show you some of the kinds of ways that people might behave differently from what you're used to if you've played a lot of the original game, so that you can compare and so that you're aware that these things can happen. And they can happen in a lot of different places. I'm using the school here to illustrate what is going on here. One of the biggest things that you'll notice with enemy NPCs is that they can spin in places that you might not be used to them spinning. And the school courtyard here is a good illustration of that, which we'll see in just a minute. I have to kill this guy first.
Quiet.
Now, as we come back over, watch what the woman here does. You see how she just turned to her left to look over her shoulder? If you are pushing it really, really fast, she could definitely see you in that place. As long as you're ordinary speed, you should be okay. We're waiting for Dina to get this one. Now, you also notice the path that Dina took there was different from what you might be used to. She did get the kill anyway, but this is another thing that you're going to see. Your companion's pathing is now significantly less reliable on the remaster than it was in the original game. And I should say here, I am playing on performance mode with a locked frame rate, so we're locked at 60 FPS for this.
No, over there. Ellie, get down. Hello? Where's...
Now, in this area, if you just sneak out, you shouldn't have to worry too much about any changes. If you're trying to kill everybody up here on the roof, this will also show a little bit of how things can be slightly different.
I don't know. Has this been called in? Greg went out to Capitol Hill. He should be back with those guys any minute now.
Quiet.
Skylar? Answer me. Come on, answer me.
Skylar? Quit fucking around. Check her.
Yeah, on it. Skylar's dead!
Okay. Now, you see how she called out Skylar's dead there before she went to the body. You know, in the original game, she always goes all the way to the body before she does it, and that gives you a lot of time to grab this guy and kill him. Now, we got lucky here that Dina made the kill immediately. I have had it happen where Dina will, in this circumstance, dither around for too long, and as the woman is looking around wildly, she'll spot Dina and alert. The easiest way to avoid this particular one is simply to grab this guy as soon as you possibly can after their dialogue has finished. Like, do not wait at all. And also pull him backwards behind this thing here. That time that you have pulling him back around the corner will do two things. It will give Dina a chance to go into her stealth kill movement, and in case she messes it up and doesn't get the kill, you've moved this one out of the way so that this woman won't see it, right? And that's the general principle for most of these areas where you were expecting a companion to do a kill. Be prepared for things to go wrong. One place where the remaster has caused problems for quite a few people is here at Hillcrest Red Door. And this happens essentially with the sneak strat that I was showing in my earlier tutorial video. It does not happen all the time. The sneak strat works about 80% of the time, but it is failing now at a much higher frequency than it did if you were playing the original game. So what used to be reliable, now you might find yourself getting caught from time to time. And before I suggest alternative strategies, I'm going to demonstrate exactly why this is happening. The problem that the remaster is creating with this strat is essentially related to what I was showing you before, namely that there's an increased chance for the NPCs to spin. And so sometimes they spin early and wind up catching you at the door. What I'm going to do is go through here, and instead of actually going to the door and opening it, the first thing I'm going to do is simply get to the door and turn around, and we can watch where people are and how they move. The awareness indicators are on, so you can see exactly when we get spotted. And what I'm going to show you first is sort of the ordinary timing of things. So we get to the door. Now, normally we would be opening it, but you can see right there, the dog handler and dog are heading across the way now that they've lost their scent. And there, now you can see he has found us. Now we're going to compare the timing that required with the time that it takes to get through a door.
Dog had something. It's empty.
Let's check every shot.
You got it.
Right over here! Bring her down!
If you're unwilling to risk the uncertainty of the stealth strat, and if you're not feeling confident enough to do the speedrun strat, the only other real option is to start killing people. Now, doing a kill-all here is A, not necessarily easy, and B, would normally require the use of quite a few resources. So I'm not going to suggest you do a full kill-all. If you get caught here, if things go loud, you are going to have additional enemies spawning in. If you get caught in the bank that you first drop into, you will have 3 humans and 1 additional dog all spawn in addition to the 4 humans and 2 dogs that are here to start with. If you get out of the bank and then get caught, you won't get the extra dog and dog handler pair, but you will get the other 2 humans spawning in. So you'll still have to kill 6 humans and 2 dogs. The alternative I'm going to suggest to you is a kill some strat. What we're going to do is kill the 2 humans that do not have a dog with them, and then sneak out past the dogs as they go. Okay, this does not require you to use any ammo, and it does not require high degree of skill. It does, however, take a lot longer than the alternatives. So here's how you do it.
This is dumb. We should be pushing in.
We hold the perimeter until we hear otherwise. Keep an eye out in case he comes this way.
I got something.
So when we get in here, we're immediately going to go to the right, but instead of going forward, we're going to throw a bottle here. We're doing this to get the dog off of our scent, and then we're going left. You can see the dog is going out. Once we get through the door, we can trot, and then we can run, get all the way to the wall before you run. Now we're hopping the fence here, and we're going to go prone. And we're going to wait here behind the wall. There's going to be a lady coming here to look at the fence. There she is. We're just waiting for her to turn away. All right, now we can move forward. We'll grab this bottle that's sitting here. And now what we're doing is we're just watching for the woman who was at the door of the bank. She's going to start patrolling. She's going to come walking past, and eventually she's going to come through this door. There she is. All right, and we're going to wait for her. You want to kind of wait. What I do, I position myself a little bit. Don't get too close to the door. Sort of a little bit back here. You're still close enough so that when the door opens, you can start spamming triangle, and you should get a stealth grab on her without a problem. Now, there is on the remaster, there is a very low probability chance that she won't come through this door. It has happened to me once, and another time she kind of came and turned around, but mostly she'll come through here. Once we've done that, we're just waiting for this woman, the dog handler here, to get out of the way. And then I'm waiting here. And the only reason I'm waiting here is it gives me the ability to watch both that dog handler and the woman that we saw at the fence. That fence lady is our next target. We're going to get her when she comes back to the fence. And that does take a little while. All right, you can see there she is. Okay, now I'm waiting for her to walk past the here. She can see you if you're walking while she out in the open while she is walking past. So we're waiting for her to go past, and now we're just coming over here. We're going to throw a bottle in here to lure her in. All right, now we can just grab her, and you can pull her straight back, or you can pull her around the corner here. We just want to make sure that the body isn't visible from the window when the dog handler comes back and is looking in. Okay, so now we're going to go back into the bank, but we're going to leave the dog alone. The important thing to know about this dog and dog handler pair is when you get the dog off of your scent by throwing that bottle, there is a bug that occurs maybe 95% of the time where the dog and the dog handler are moving at double speed. They start doing this basically after the dog goes back on leash after they lose your scent. Every once in a while it doesn't happen, and if it doesn't happen, the timing here is such that they'll be in the bank when I just came in. That's why I was taking a minute to look around the corner to make sure that they weren't visible there. But you can see they're moving at double speed now, and you just have to pay attention to that. It does slightly complicate how we're going to move, but it's not insoluble. We're waiting for them to come. They're going to come on the right side of the police car here in just a second. Right there. And then they're going to move over. Okay, so once they've gone over here, now we can start crawling. Crawl on the right side here, and they won't pick up your scent trail coming out of the bank. If you're too far to the left, they'll pick it up. So I'm just coming down here. We're going to grab this bottle just to have another one. Now, you can see the light alert started there, right there. We're waiting for them to go before we go forward. Now, you want to go through here. Don't go in through the crack on the right because they can spot you there. Go in through this door. I got prone diving just to get there quickly because, again, they can kind of light alert on you if you're a little slow coming through. Coming through here. And now we're going to do exactly the same thing that we would do on the ordinary stealth strat. Right? You can see, though, the dog is there. We're going to have to wait a bit for the dog to come. Alright. It should be good there. Wait for her to stop spinning. Now I'm just checking to see. I don't see the dog or dog handler, so we're just going to go. And we're out. We're going to demonstrate what happens when you try to do the old murder death strategy on the remaster. There are a number of things that can actually go wrong, and one of them is Jesse alerting the WLF for you, which turns out actually to be less of an issue than you think it might be. But we're going to do it this way. So we got her attention. All right. Now I'm going to just position myself here so we can see what's going through the crack. So she's coming to look. And you see now she turns back away. You got nothing. Now one thing you can try to do here.
We good?
We're good.
Then she's going to come leaving out here. Now, unfortunately, you don't have time to crouch walk over and grab her going out, but we could do this, and she will get seen, right? Now watch what happens. They don't know where she was killed from, and so you're going to get an alert when they come to investigate the body. Interesting. They didn't actually come all the way over. All right. Well, let's do it this way then. If we bait another one in, they ought to see the body. Oh, there we go. Now they spotted the body. Okay. So now what's going to happen after they soft alert, and this also will happen if Jesse runs into them and alerts them, is if they don't see you, they don't know you're behind this desk, right? So what's going to happen is they're going to start doing a patrol into the building. You can see it right here, okay? And so we should be able just to come in behind. Now she might actually see me at this point because she's right there, but apparently not. And then what's going to happen is they're going to just keep coming into the building one at a time spotting the bodies, and we're just gonna keep coming behind them.
What's the situation?
And grabbing them. Like, he'll come in, he'll be like, oh my god.
How the hell? We lost another soldier! We need to stop this now!
So he should keep going in. Now, there is a chance that you'll get spotted doing this by somebody else out there, but in my experience, it doesn't happen very often. And if so, then you just run behind the murder desk and fight it out. And essentially, you should get most of them coming in behind here. If at any point you're stuck when you just have a few that are over on the right side and they don't seem to be coming in, you can go out and smash a window to attract their attention. She doesn't want to come into the building right away. We can bait her when she turns around. Pretty sure the others are all on the right side and staying there for the time being. All right. Wait for her to turn around. Okay. We tried. She's focused intently ahead of her. All right.
Got another man down! Who the fuck is doing this? Scars? Whoa.
Yep, Jesse alerted there because he's an idiot. That happens much more often on the remaster. Jesse.
Sound off. They turn up yet? Damn it! Where the fuck did they go?
All right, let's see if anybody's coming our way. We might. This is the point. We've killed the first 4. This is the point where if they don't know where you are, you often need... Okay, he's actually coming in. All right, they are coming. Good. Now, you can wait behind the desk. You can also wait right here if there's only one at a time.
Fuck. We lost another one! They're picking us off!
Quiet!
Alright, I did see the shotgun guy right there. Yep, he's right there. Let's see if he comes in next.
Maybe got a little reckless back there.
Stay focused.
Stay focused. Yep, there he is.
Shit.
Got another man down here! Don't let them kill anyone else!
Okay, that's 6. Now let's see if we can just bring the woman to us. Sometimes she won't come, but we're gonna try. Yep, there she is.
Holy fuck. No, no, no. Okay. All right. Quiet.
Maybe not alright. Well, alright for us. So, that is more or less the modified way that I like to handle Murder Desk. If Murder Desk in the new way, or even the old way, is not to your liking, I have an alternative strategy that you can try. This does require more resources. You're going to have to use at least one trap mine and potentially some other ammo.
I just gotta ask.
We say when we ship out?
We need a trap mine, and we're going to put it right here, sort of behind that crate. And then we're going to go, instead of to Murder Desk, we're going to go to the very back of the map here and tuck ourselves right in between these two bushes. So what we're going to see is 4 people come back here. 4 of the 7 are going to come back here. And given where we've placed the trap mine, there can be a little bit of variation, but typically we should kill 3, if we're very lucky, all 4. This, by the way, assumes you have the increased trap mine radius here. So notice once he'll come around and set it off. Okay, so you can see that 1 survived in this case.
Fan out! Search the area! We're not alone!
Now, the virtue of this spot right here is that she'll come walking right up to it and then turn away without seeing. So then at that point, we can just grab her. Not waste any ammo. So now we've killed 4. We can go back to this spot. And we can wait for a while. Eventually, it can take some time, but eventually we should get 2 of the remaining 3 to come back here. Now, you can see there's one over there in the distance, over that way.
There's nothing over here!
Yeah, no, got nothing.
Now, when these final two guys, well, they're not the final two, but the final two men here, there's still, the rifle lady will hang in the back. When they come, sometimes they come together. If they're going to come separately, this is perfect. We can just grab him after he turns his back on us.
What the?
Up. He's about to see me, so I'll just fix that problem. I should have waited. You can see where that one is there. Again, we'll go back here. Should come. The way the pathing on these last few enemies seems to work is that they stay in the back there until you kill everybody who's in this area, and then they send another one your way. That one might be going into the building. Let's see. So this area back here, as you've seen, is a very safe area to wait. But because it's so far away, you do have to sort of rely on them to come to you if you're just going to hang out here. We can try coming forward and speeding up the process a bit. So. And if you're willing to use a shot or two, you can take them out like that. Or just wait for them to come and kill them the same way we did the others. Right? Either one. I'm going to go grab a bottle before we take out the last woman. Yeah, don't push me out of the way, Jesse. Where? Oh, there she is. And we're done.